Your sales brand is your differentiator in an increasingly commoditized world.
JD, I've read a lot of your writings around our brand as a salesperson, or generally branding of people. What is, particularly a personal brand or a sales brand, what is my brand as a
What is your
salesman?
brand? What a good question. So your sales brand is your differentiator in an increasingly commoditized world.
Differentiator, I like that.
Right.
Because the product no longer differentiates us, a company doesn't differentiate us, a salesperson differentiates themselves. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, 100%. Yes.
So how do they do that?
So we have four components to what we call a sales brand. First component is commit brand, your ability to commit to an event, commit your revenue target to sales management. So anything to do with commit of getting back to somebody.
Yes.
in any fashion.
Really
Obviously
important.
Revolving around revenues, really important. The next is your internal brand. Internally, how are you seen within your business? Do you get the right resources? Do you get lots of questions when you ask for things? The third one is your personal brand. So personally, what do you do to prepare for a sales call? What does that look like? How do you
present yourself?
How do you present themselves completely?
Yeah.
And then the last one is your customer brand, almost most important one. What do you do for a customer? How do you prepare for a customer meeting? What do you know before you get there? In spin parlance, what the situational stuff you need to know before you've had the conversation?
That makes a lot of sense. So if the audience is looking at this, what sort of advice would you give them to help put these four areas in place? And really, how would they concentrate on doing that? And I'm really interested, have you seen the outcomes? What results do they get?
Okay, so I'll take the first part. We get clients to write the four headings down, the commit, personal, internal, and customer. And against each heading, actually write down what that looks like. What is your brand? And then what are you going to do to improve that brand? Do some scoring before and after where you put 25 points against each, so you get a before and after score. So you get a point in time where you've said this is my brand, and then later see how I've been able to improve that, etc. We see all sorts of things in terms of outcomes, from people more able to predict a sales target, predict where they're going to generate the revenue, which
That
is
makes a lot of
ultimately
sense, yeah.
right at the end of it.
Yeah.
We've seen organisations spend a lot more time and effort understanding a customer before they go and see them. So spending a lot less time talking about the company and the product, a lot more time with insightful questions around can I help my customer and how do I get return access. So we've seen all manner of different outcomes.
And that alone would lead to much better sales, I'd imagine.
Certainly a lot better understanding of the customer, which means you understand more about a buying process, which completely lends to sales. Yeah.
JD, that's great advice. So the four areas again are?
Commit, internal, personal, customer.